forth. Let's get into the headlines for the next 1 hour.
News 360 Headlines is brought to you by
Vigil for the late Major Maxwell Mahama at the Burma camp in Accra.
Government acquires disputed Alavanyo in Konya land.
Also in the bulletin, Road Safety Commission blames police for failing to utilize equipment provided to check infractions by road users.
And on the international front tonight, former FBI Director James Comey says it is up to the United States Special Counsel to continue investigations into the possible collusion between any American citizen and the Russian involvement in the 2016 elections. Bring you all these stories and more here in the next 60 minutes. Stay with us here on News 360. To our first story this evening, a vigil is being held for the late Major Maxwell Mahama at the Arakan Officers' Mess at the Burma camp here in Accra. The vigil is expected to attract key personalities, including members of the clergy, government, and the military high command. Also, the body of the late Army officer will be moved early Friday morning from the 37 military hospital to the forecourt of the State House, where the funeral rites will be performed. There will also be a procession to the military cemetery for interment after the burial service. Now, we want to cross over now to the Arakan Officers' Mess, where we speak at the moment. The vigil is just about starting. My colleague, Kobene Dujemfi, is joining us live from the Arakan Officers' Mess at the Burma camp, where the vigil is going to be taking place. So just as you see on the screens at the moment right now, Kobene Dujemfi will be bringing us some more details there. And Kobene, if you can hear me now, what exactly is happening where you are, and who are the persons who have arrived so far for the vigil that is expected to go throughout the night?
Trending issues currently in the country, and it's about the killing of Major Maxwell Mahama, whose incident or death happened somewhere at Dintrebuase in the central region. It's just about 10 days after the incident happened, and I'm currently coming to you live from the officers' mess, that is the Arakan officers' mess here at the Burma camp in Accra, where preparations are currently ongoing for a vigil to take place for him. Now, as you can see, preparations are still ongoing right here. All the media men are set here, the military men are also set here. But then what we are actually expecting is that you can see that all the chairs are virtually empty over there. The wooden chairs that you see over here are where the officials, you are talking about the government functionaries who are expected at the event, are supposed to sit. The event was expected to start at exactly 7 o'clock, but then it's 7 now, and then we've not even seen any sign of the event taking off any moment from now. We are not too sure who will be coming for the event, but then from the information we are currently picking, based on what happened during the 1-week ceremony, where most of the government functionaries showed up, even though no official invitations were sent to them. We are expecting that a lot of the government functionaries as well be coming this time around. But then we are also being told that the event has been made public for any Ghanaian citizen who wants to show up for the event to come in here. We will try as much as possible to talk to one major here to give us more information about the preparations so far. Good evening, sir, and you are welcome to TV3 News 360.
Yeah, good evening.
Now, your name again, please.
Yeah, my name is Major Mate Alfred.
Okay, he is from the Public Affairs Unit of the Ghana Armed Forces, and then he will be telling us what to expect this evening, as in what the program lineup really is, and then what has been done so far. Can you please take us through what the program lineup is going to be like for this evening's vigil?
Yeah, it's going to be a solemn ceremony in memory of our fallen hero. And as you can see up there, we have the clergy preparing to lead the service. It's going to just be a solemn one. you know, we are all deeply hurt by the incident, and we just want to, in a solemn manner, remember our brother.
Okay. Anyone, when I spoke to you, you mentioned that we do not really have an idea who and who in terms of dignitaries that are expected to come. But then by now, have you been able to find out the people that are expected to come for the vigil tonight?
It will be very difficult to tell, because even over the week, we've received fellow sympathizers who have visited and shared their views on whatever happened, and we're not expecting certain people however they turned up. So likewise, we are expecting all and sundry to, you know, join us in observing this vigil.
Okay. Now, we know this is a security zone and you've made it public, and I'm sure some people may probably be wondering, we know how sometimes the coming to Bema camp, the rules and regulations that you have to go through. Are there any such for this evening's vigil?
Everything has been put in place to ensure that whoever enters Bema camp is thoroughly searched, and we have our security men around to provide the necessary security. Entering through the major corridor of Bema camp, you could see various signs directing people as to where they should park, those who are not with vehicles as to where they should walk through and stuff like that. Everything is intact, and trust me, everything's going to go down well.
All right, thank you very much. So like you heard him say, everything is going to go down well. So we are still waiting. Preparations are still underway for the vigil for Major Maxwell Mahama to take place, and we are being told it to take place or to start somewhere around 7:30. It's been made public, so if you're interested and also want to come, the door is open for you to come. We'll be giving you updates of what exactly will be happening here in our subsequent bulletins. So you just have to watch out. News at 10 on 360, News at 10 on TV3 News. My name is Kwabna Edu If you go back to the News Hub, where my colleagues are currently for the rest of the bulletin.
Kwabna, thank you very much for that update. So that's a live update of what's happening at the Arakan Officers' Mess, where the vigil is expected to start at 7:30. In the next 30 minutes thereabout, all other things being equal, the vigil for the late Major Maxwell Adam Mahama will be taking place. And as we're told, the body of the deceased will be moved from the 37 military hospital to the forecourt of the State House tomorrow. Stay with us here on TV3, bring you live coverage of everything that will be happening there from the beginning to the end. Now, away from that, the police service is announcing the closure of key roads in Accra tomorrow as part of a state burial for the late Major Maxwell Mahama. The roads include Castle Road from AU Runabout towards Osu Cemetery traffic light to the State House. Motorists using the Osu Cemetery Road also towards the AU Runabout will be directed to use the route in front of the Accra Sports Stadium.
Absolutely, Arthur.
It's
great that it's open to the public as well.
So we'll try and get back to him again on this. But that's Daniel Yao Amensa Tonyiga, who is the Executive Secretary of the Ghana Plastic Manufacturers Association. Let's find out how the weather will be throughout the night into tomorrow morning. The northern sector of the country will experience isolated cases of thunderstorms and rains tonight. Scattered cases of thunderstorms and rain are expected over the middle and sector of the country, mostly over the Volta, Eastern and Ashanti regions. The coastal sector is also expected, however, to be isolated cases of thunderstorm activity also experiencing then. And the rains, especially over the western coast, Takrady, Axim, Sekondi and its environs. Tomorrow, the middle and northern sectors will experience thunderstorms and rains in the morning, giving way to partly cloudiness and sunny intervals the rest of the day. The coastal sector will, however, be stable with sunny conditions and a few clouds.
So live on News 360. Remember, we're streaming live on News on TV3 on Facebook and 3news.com. We return shortly with the very latest from the world of business. Stay with us.
It's still News 360. Thanks for staying with us. Good evening. Let's do business now. My name is Nanikia Mensah Brampa. Let's start with energy. And Africa Center for Energy Policy, ASEP, says Ghana risks losing about $150 million if the country fails to reach financial closure of the ECG concession agreement by September 2018. Now, according to the Executive Director, Ben Boache, Ghana must be focused on securing the close to $500 million Ghana Power Compact, despite the several distractions in the last 5 years.
The Millennium Development Authority has shortlisted 6 companies under the concession for the private sector participation of the Electricity Company of Ghana. The Ghana Power Compact aims at improving the performance of Ghana's power sector to unlock the country's economic potential, to create jobs and reduce poverty. However, ECG workers say government is in a rush to secure funds under the Ghana Power Compact because of undue pressure from the United States of America.
The government is being pushed, and we are doing this.
Being pushed by who?
Oh, definitely the Americans, let me put it, or the MCC, because of certain timelines they have set.
Energy policy think tank ASEP says government is expected to work within a specific time frame and risk losing funds if there are further delays.
We have September 2018 deadline. If we don't meet that, we lose significant portion. It's in the region of $150 million of the compact sum.
Chief Executive Officer of MIDA, Orua Kweku said he is confident about the prospects of the Ghana Power Compact and its intended benefits to workers of ECG and Ghanaians.
The assets of ECG, meaning the substations, the lines, and all the other facilities, will still remain the property of government. However, what is being given out is the management, the operation, and the right to invest in ECG facilities.
Government has amended terms of the concession agreement to require that Ghanaians own at least 51% of the concession. There should be no involuntary layoffs as a result of the concession, and the terms of the concession will be reduced from 25 years to 20 years.
And away from energy now, former Director General of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Dr. Edu Anane Entry, has implored government to, as a matter of urgency, appoint a new board for the commission. The country could be losing millions of cedis if within the first 6 months of the year, activities slow down on the bourse due to government's delay in announcing a new board for the Securities and Exchange Commission. And speaking to TV2 Business, the former SEC DG explains the composition of the board.
The law prescribes who should be on the board. There are institutional representatives. The Bank of Ghana is represented. The Registrar General is represented, the Minister of Finance is represented. Then the government itself would have to appoint other members. There are 3 executives of the commission, namely the Director General and his 2 deputies or 2 deputies are members of the board. And then the government appoints other members to make it 11 member boards.
It's been almost 6 months now into the new administration. What do you think has occasioned the delay in the setting up of a new board?
All that I know is that it's for 6 months now we don't have the board. But as to what is delaying the board, of course, it is the appointing authorities that can explain.
Some analysts have suggested that this situation has probably cost the nation millions of cedis in terms of investment. How do you respond to this?
You raise funds when you think it is right for you to raise. The timing of fundraising is key. So if you want to raise funds, for example, you wanted to raise the funds in March or February for a project, you are not able to raise because the commission is not available, the board is not available to approve your document, then you can look at it and say, well, if I had raised this money, I would have utilized it in this way to have generated this income that you can quantify.
Now, Alliance Insurance Ghana and All Africa are raising 40,000 cedis through this year's Alliance Awards to support children with disabilities in the country. The awards is slated for June 17 at the National Theatre here in Accra.
Alliance Awards 2017 will recognize individuals who have overcome challenges to achieve their dreams. There will be 6 categories, namely Brave, Beyond Boundaries, Hero, Inspiration, Purpose, and Make a Difference. Alliance Insurance Ghana, a major stakeholder in the Ghanaian insurance market, in collaboration with All Africa, a charity organization that promotes family-based care for orphans, are spearheading the event. Vincent Gas is the Business Development Manager of Alliance Insurance Ghana.
We wanted to support All Africa to launch this award event, and to support the ones who dare in Ghana. For us, it was really important to show to people who are taking huge risk our cover. And we are financially very strong, and we can help and assist people who dare.
Proceeds from the event will be channeled into All Africa projects for children with disabilities.
Medicals, education, accommodation, whatever you need for a child to grow, this money is going to do all those things for them. Stephen Appiah, for instance, what he went through, but he has been able to make it. So nobody is a failure. Everybody can make it. Despite the challenges, that's what we want our young people to know.
Ifya and Manifest are billed to perform at the event.
I believe that we're going to have a great show because I believe in the cause, and I'm very honored to be part of this celebration. I believe it's a celebration because what these people do is very amazing, and it's basically something I haven't seen before, especially knowing that it comes from our country.
Also, the Ghana amputee football team will be present as event ambassadors.
And there's more news on our website, it's 3news.com. My name is Nanikia Mensah Brampa. I return with more on News 360. Have a good evening.
Hi, good evening, and it's time to bring you all the latest in the world of sports with me, Thierry Nyan, here on News 360. Now, we start off with John Pinto, and South African powerhouse Kaizer Chiefs have parted ways with their assistant coach. Pinto, the club has announced the 35-year-old was appointed as Steve Komfela's assistant in June last year, but has been told to look elsewhere after just a season. The club's unflattering campaign in the recently concluded South African Premier Soccer League has cost him his job in what appears an imminent reshuffle at the club. In a statement released by the club, Kaizer Chiefs said both parties have signed a separation agreement, the terms of which are confidential. The club thanks John for his contribution and wish him well in his future endeavors. Now to that 2019 African qualifier game at the Baba Yara Stadium in Kumasi on Sunday, and local fans have voiced their support for the team. Kwesi Appiah and his boys have been finalizing preparations in Kumasi since the beginning of the week. Many of the players in his 30-man squad have actually been part of training sessions with goalkeepers trainer Richard Olele Kinson, very much involved as Stephen Appiah, Ibrahim Tanko and Maxwell Konedu, who make up Appiah's backroom staff.
How do you feel about the Black Stars coming to play their first AFCON qualifier for 2019 in Kumasi?
First of all, I feel proud that Black Stars coming to play the AFCON here. This is not the first time Black Stars have been playing matches here. You see, initially when they play here, the support was high, but down to the down lane, Black Stars were not getting the support. Coming on Sunday to play in Kumasi, the support will be higher.
Do you think the Black Stars have enough firepower to overcome the Ethiopians?
Oh, I believe they have enough power, especially the local base players that Kwesi Appiah has included them in the squad. I think they boost their morale, so they have enough power to overcome the Ethiopians.
Now, the game is on Sunday against Ethiopia. How do you think the Black Stars can overcome the Ethiopians?
Oh, boss, this one it's a very done deal. Since that, like we all know, for so many years that Kumasi, if only Ghana Black Stars is playing in Kumasi, it's really a done deal. 3 points.
Yeah, Black Stars they only say Kumasi they oman kasa omodia. Say you can be for Black Stars ho a. Obia no hono betimi ayi Kumasi for afrim. Se Kumasi for ka so ma de Black Stars to mo obia no hono be kan bibia Kumasi for betie. Ntimi nim say Sunday de Black Stars for omunkunim de eba no. Eba ma Kumasi man.
Nyame adma Sunday ne bebuso ama homo. Say do mo expect ne bebuso. Ebe ji omu nsem kura because me cruise am eba nya over be 500. Ye nyina eba be same. Cause Sunday eba ji ani. Trainer nsu de besu. Ethiopia for no be dwane gidigidi.
Kumasi fans are in the mood. They are in the mood, of course, to support the Black Stars on Sunday. But let's focus on more Ghana football, and the clubs in the Ghana Premier League are shaping up for the Week 18 fixtures that were rescheduled for Saturday and Friday to pave way for the Black Stars 2019 African Cup of Nations qualifier against Ethiopia in Kumasi on Sunday. Now, crowds of folk after their heavy 5-0 defeat to league leaders Wafa will turn their attention to Boga Stars when they welcome them to the Accra Sports Stadium on Friday in an attempt to make amends. Coach Frank Nuttall's team must win that game against Boga Stars to maintain their place in top 4 and also appease their wounded fans after the loss to Wafa. Now, title chasing Aduana Stars also welcome Kumasi Asante Kotoko to Damahinkro in a keenly contested game on Monday. High-flying Wafa traveled to Corindon Park at Dansoman to engage Liberty Professionals in a bid to maintain their lead. That game is on Friday. Now, champions Wild Stars will host Brecum Chelsea at the Wa Park as they keep their taps on their current struggling form. Mediama welcome a resurgent Ashanti Gold. Elmina Sharks will trek to the Elwak Sports Stadium to face Inter Allies. All these games on Friday. Now, Joseph Kinkon Agbeko's road to become world champion again begins on Friday 9 when he takes on Kenya's Nick Otieno at the Bukum Boxing Arena. The former bantamweight world champion tells TV3's Dora Bedwe Champon he is ready to put Ghana on the boxing map again.
The fresh Kinkon Agbeko is looking forward to reviving his declining career with the upcoming bout dubbed Legendary Night Fight at the Bukum Boxing Arena. Agbeko, who has been training at the Bridge Boxing Gym ahead of the bout, says this is a major comeback for him despite his prolonged absence to reclaim world titles.
I fought last year, October, here in Ghana, and this is a second build-up towards my campaign back to the top. I've been in the gym for some months now, working hard, so of course, Joseph Agbeko is prepared. I know the challenge ahead of me, not just Nicotiano, but other top fighters are ahead of me that I need to beat them to become a champion. So I've been working very, very hard.
According to the boxer, whose record currently stands at 31 wins and 5 defeats, with 23 of the wins coming by way of knockout, he is more than confident of beating the Kenyan regardless of his undefeated record.
I want to beat every top boxer at my division. So if I can't take Nick Otieno out, that means I'm not qualified to be a champion again. So of course, definitely, I'm going to beat him.
All right, so that's exactly where we bring an end to the sports bulletin right here on News 360. With me, Thierry Nyan, Natalie Fort, and Alfredo Kancia standing by to bring you some more news after this.
And the chairman's evening after years of producing chart-topping songs, sound engineer Joseph Appiah, also known as Quick Action, is saying that it is no more worth helping others make hit songs. His last major production was Adole, released in 2013 by Material. But why the disinterest? Quick Action has been speaking with Ozurai.
Welcome.
Quick Action has several hit songs to show for his 15 years in the sound engineering business. He was present way before the Ghana-Nigeria collaborations peaked. He produced Tic Tac's Fefe Nefe.
Now the beauty of a woman.
He is responsible for a number of hits in the mid-2000s.
And I want to say a big thank you to Quick Action, man. One man who has played a major role in my career from the beginning. He supported, most of the hip life acts.
I recorded Sobi Dowa, which won the Mobile Awards for him 2006. I recorded Music Make Me Survive. I did Repatriation.
This might ring a bell. Quick Action mixed and produced that too. In 2012, he managed Natural to win the maiden MTN Hitmaker singing competition. He's virtually been inactive after that.
Most of us, we've supported properly. But at the end of the day, it will turn out like trying to turn you down. Those we supported now, they try not to even turn back. Just to say hi self is a problem. It happened to Jesus Christ. The story with the 10 leopards. Out of the 10, only one remembered.
All right, so how has the past experience affected you? When you see people who virtually are now starting and they come to you, Charlie, bro, and they beg you.
Yeah. When it comes to, helping upcoming artists, I've had, very bad experience. It has happened to me a series of times, and I realized that it's not helping me. I'm off with that thing for now. No.
Quick Action wants musicians to show gratitude after their collaborative efforts with sound engineers yield results. He described the engineer-musician partnership as spiritual, noting why he achieved a major success with Samini.
Music is a collaboration, and it's a spirit. Music is spirit. It's a spiritual, stuff. So every artist needs to get a producer that you click with. Somebody like Samini, if I close my eyes, I know what I can do for Samini, then he will bounce back to be number one or something. I have him in my palm like this because I can say from my chest that the kind of producers that he's working with, they don't know Samini. Samini is not a dancehall artist. I will say it and I will repeat. Musically, there's a particular trend that the producers he's working with now, they don't know. That's the problem now.
You should just close his eyes and let somebody just come back to number one.
Well.
That's all what we're expecting. But appreciation is important. My name is Alfredo Kanse.
And I'm Natalie Force. Thanks so much for your time this evening. There's more news on our website, 3news.com. Next is Do Not Love Me So Much. News at 10 will also be simulcast on 3FM 92.7. Have a good evening.